2019, we gathered a handful of churches in a room together. I think it might have been, I wish I remember the exact stat. It was like 10 to 15 churches together in a room. And we kind of had this what if conversation, like what if God could somehow use us to spark a movement of church plants here in Chicagoland? What would that look like? What if we did that? You know, in our existing language, we use basically what is the movement catalyst content, even though it's not fully written, but basically like, you know, reproducing disciples, leaders, churches, networks, and movements all wrapped into this vision of God could do that through us if we let him, you know, kind of thing. We could be better together. And so we did this over the course of like a couple of days in 2019. Out of that, we birthed and identified some network leaders. And so we started with 3, and I think we went to 5 networks. And then the pandemic happened. Everybody remember that one? So in 2020, we went from 5 to 3 networks, and we wondered if we were going to do anything at all after that. We were very nervous about what was going to happen next, and said, oh, you know what? Hey, let's just go all in on this one. So we took one of our networks and we multiplied it several ways by doing a reproducing network catalyst training with with the people in this network. And we went from 3 networks to 7. And we decided we were going to use the old small group multiplication model of a turbo small group, and start with the leaders first, and let the leaders identify who's going to be in their network, let the leaders identify who their co-leader is going to be, and get to a place where these networks would just kind of birth slowly over time, and not necessarily pretend like we knew what churches were going to be a part of that, and not necessarily know if this was going to work or not. And it's working.